and welcome to the third video in the TES Careers Clinic series, International Edition. I'm Grania Hallahan and I'm here to walk you through all your teaching career related questions with a little bit of help from teachers and school leaders who we've got on hand to share their wisdom and experiences with us. Today we're talking about relocating. So we're getting closer to our ultimate goal, your new teaching job. And in our first video, we spoke about knowing when it's time to move on. And then last week, in our second video, we spoke about how to carve out time to get job hunting. And if you haven't watched them yet, you can just find them in the links below and watch them now. Relocating for your international teaching job is something you might be considering for a number of reasons. You might want to be moving to be near a family or friends, or a better quality of life, or perhaps moving because you need to accommodate a partner or one of your dependents' job or education. Being in an international school and thinking about relocating just adds another couple of layers of complexity to the task at hand, especially if you're thinking about moving to another country. But those complexities will be paid off by the excitement of having a new country to explore and a whole host of new experiences waiting for you in your new school. Whatever your reasons for relocating, there are some absolute musts that you have to do during your application process. Number one, the legal stuff. It isn't fun, but it's necessary. So top of your list of questions to be asking is the visa question. What do you need? Can you get one? Will you get help with the paperwork? Just because your last school helped, it doesn't follow that all will. So make it a priority to find out. Number two, what is the package on offer? And will it meet your needs? If you're already in an international school, you'll probably have an idea about how to use your flight allowance and how you personally use it. For example, if you're keen on using those flights to go exploring rather than just visiting family at home, and if you want that to continue, then a visit to Skyscanner is in order to compare and check flight times and prices to see if that school location works for you. Number three, don't forget about the rest of the logistics of the move. Make use of Google Maps to work out what your potential commute times will be, where your nearest shops are. Do you need to think about childcare? Do you need to think about primary and secondary schools? Ask around and see if you can find out from others who might be working in that area you're thinking of relocating to, and see if they can offer any insights into the localities that are on your shortlist. You can also check out our profiles on our careers advice pages that we've put together on relocating to different parts of the world, but not before listening to those relocation tips from our expert teachers.
Hello, I'm Julia Knight and I am an English teacher at a school here in Bahrain. Moving from country to country gives you a sense of fulfilment and wonder, and it also makes you a little bit more brave each time you do it. In terms of my career, I definitely have learnt a lot along the way. In teaching internationally gives you access to students from different cultures, and that absolutely improves your practice. I've also had the joy and the ability to be able to organise conferences here in Bahrain, organise workshops in Bangkok, and do things which would have been beyond my reach perhaps in London due to time constraints and the life-work balance. So I've definitely become a better teacher. I've definitely learnt a lot more about myself and the world that we live in. I think the move from London to Bangkok was probably more exciting, but we took lots of stuff with us: toys, clothes, possessions. We became quite clinical when we moved from Bangkok to Bahrain. Things like toys that we no longer needed became the possession of the nanny that we had and the cleaner, and we gave a lot of things away to local charities, so that when we arrived here, we arrived with suitcases and a couple of boxes. And I think if we were to move again, we would be that brutal again. So the move from London to Bangkok was probably the most exciting. We had an 18-month at the time. We didn't know what adventures lay before us, if we would fulfil the 2-year contract or move anywhere else. And then our second child was born in Bangkok, and he definitely is an influence to move to Bahrain, because his first words were Thai, and I realised that the work-life balance would be much better achieved in Bahrain, which is much more of a family-friendly environment. There's lots of compounds and lots of play dates and things that we probably couldn't have accessed in the big city of Bangkok.